Alright, let's get the light in there. Just a second, everybody. We'll go live here in a minute. There we go. So I can get my hat. And alright. Hey everybody, I am Jeffrey Jansen. Today is get this out here, right? Of course people go around when I'm sitting there broadcasting. Never fails, every time. We are at the Illinois Veterans Home today. We are going live, and I will be going live with Facebook, and we're live on YouTube today for our Memorial Day message. Every year, as you know, we come out to the Illinois Veterans Home to pay our respects to the men and women that have died during conflict and during peacetime that protect our nation. Now, the reason why it's kind of solemn and sobering moment is because when you come out to the cemetery and you see all the lives that were willing to give up their lives or did give up their lives for our freedoms and for our Constitution. You know, we are a republic, you know, that we are a nation of men and women who basically just want to be free and be able to have freedom. Now, I know a lot of people don't always understand that, especially kids, but we have freedom of speech, right to bear arms, we have freedom of assemble, freedom of press. Just a second, please. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. We will call them back in just a minute. But today I wanted you to all know, for this Memorial Day, to each and every one of you that have ever been out to the cemetery, come out to your cemeteries, look for the men and women all the way from down to the Civil War, to the American Revolution, all the way up until our latest wars, our skirmishes and everything else, and pay your respects to the men and women that volunteered in our service to give their lives and were willing to give their lives so that you could live your life free. Now, I know there's people out there that say, you know, well, you volunteered for this and you volunteered for that. That's right. And the reason why we volunteer is so that others do not have to, because we love our country, we love our flag, you know, we love our freedoms, and we love each other. And you have freedom of religion because of that. You have freedom of speech because of that. We can come out here and visit whenever we want. And remember that each and every one of you matters, each and every one of you makes a difference. But at a time where our nation, you know, we are at some of our greatest times right now, but we have a lot of loss. 22 veterans a day kill themselves, they take their lives due to suicide. We need to let them know that they matter. We need to let each other know we matter, military or not. And out here at the graveyard, out here is where all these hopes and dreams lie. And what people don't understand is these men and women out here in the graveyard, that here in the cemetery, they had hopes, they had dreams, they had wishes, they had children, they had families. But there are dreams out here that will no longer be dreamed, fortunes that will no longer be made, inventions that will never be discovered, cures that probably went down with one of these men and women. You can come out to the graveyard to see how great life really is, because these men and women in military, and some of them were civilians that died, but they basically fought for our rights. What I want everybody to know is these men and women will never be. Our latest one, which happened last year, was when one of our commandants took his own life. Okay, I've had people from my platoon, my company, and that have taken their lives. I've had people get on there and say, well, you guys get free education, you guys get free this and free that. Yeah, but you know, we earned it, and we're fighting to keep it at all times too. You know, freedom is never free, and we always need to remember that. We need to remember that other people have a different goal in mind. They don't always like our freedoms because it means they can't get their wealth, they can't have their power. So go out to the cemetery and basically don't thank the veterans. The veterans that get thanked on Veterans Day. Okay, don't sit there and tell people, have a great Memorial Day. No, don't say that stuff. We need to remember, this is to remember those that have fallen. Remember each and every person that has ever fallen for our security, for our safety. Benjamin Franklin said it best, he who gives up your freedom for security is neither secure nor or. So in other words, our freedoms are just like rice paper that we step on. We need to be very careful with it. We need to cherish every minute of it. My brothers and sisters are out here. The greatest men and women of the world, the nation, are out here. Not in just this cemetery, but cemeteries all over the United States. Cemeteries down in Panama, cemeteries down in Colombia, and cemeteries all over the world that American men and women are buried in, that died for our freedoms, or were willing to die for our freedoms. So today, remember that. On this Memorial Day coming up on Monday, remember the reason why Memorial Day exists. Remember to pay your respects. It is not a day of happiness. It's a day of thankfulness, of gratitude, because there are men and women that died because you were able to have your freedoms today because of them. I'm not a speaker. I'm not the greatest speaker in the world, but I'll tell you this. Each and every one of these men and women out here will be remembered. Those that gave their freedoms so that you could have yours will be remembered. Remember that there are people out there that do not think they're important, do not think they're special, and are willing to take their lives today because we are not getting to them fast enough. We're not being kind. We're not shaking hands. We're turning in instead of going out. We're living inside of a bubble in a box instead of being like these men and women who lived outside the bubble, lived outside the box, did what was required of them plus. Every day in our society, there are heroes, cops, firefighters, teachers, nurses, doctors, okay, truck drivers all across the United States. We must remember that these heroes are doing it for us. The men and women of the Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, National Guard, you know, they're always on the line. So we ask that everybody be remembered this Memorial Day weekend. What each of you seeing here now are men, women, every color of every nation fighting for freedom for the United States of America. Every religion is out here. Young and old, combat, non-combat. People that believed in something that you cannot see or hear, a concept of freedom. This is what you're seeing out here for Memorial Day and all over this great nation of ours. These men and women, they're of every race, religion, creed, culture, nationality. Some are smart, some have college, some have 8th grade, some were in the Civil War, some never went to school. But all of them have one goal: for freedom, to keep freedom free, to love one another, to defend each other's freedoms, whether we believe in what that person wants or not, but to always defend their freedoms no matter what the cost. We give up freedoms and we do not protect others' freedoms. We must understand that freedom has never been free. On a Memorial Day, you must look at this deep and see that the bodies lying on the ground, the ashes of many soldiers and sailors, Coast Guard and Marines, came at a price. Some their lives, some their minds, some their bodies. No sexuality is attached to any of these people. No religion is attached. No color is attached. They would die for each other. Doesn't matter if it was the past or the present. They would give up their lives. They would defend this nation. They'd defend you, so you'll always have your freedoms. Never take your freedoms for granted. Never give in to anybody that wants to take away your freedoms because they say your life will be better if you get your freedoms taken away. Freedom is a very fragile thing. We must teach our kids what the cost of freedom is. 4th of July, we celebrate our independence. November, we celebrate Veterans Day. Memorial Day, we celebrate those that gave and would have given their lives for this great country, for a piece of paperwork that our founding fathers created. You can see they go all the way back to the founding of our country. Pray for them. Pray for yourselves, whatever your religion, whatever you believe in. And know this, if you don't defend others' freedoms, when the day comes to defend your freedoms, and if you don't know what freedom is, you need to learn quickly. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. Thank you all for joining us today. Each of these are heroes. Never forget,